There's going to be a full moon in Pisces next week, and I just want to chat about the themes that we're going to be dealing with for this full moon. So, we have the Sun in Virgo opposite the Moon in Pisces. Now, let's just talk about these two polarity of signs. We're talking about the health axis. Virgo deals with what you have to do to maintain your nutritional health, your physical health. It's the person who goes to the gym, who does the exercise routine. It is the woman who does the walks in the morning and has a whole set of walking shoes and prepares healthy meals, where she downshifts the foods that she is creating. And of course, I am talking about downshiftology. You can check her out. Lisa Brion, I believe her name is. That's what her name is on YouTube, Instagram, who I believe has a sun in Virgo. So Virgo deals with the mundane practical world, the physical world, what you have to do on the practical plane to maintain your health and well-being. And then the downside with Virgo is that it is very highly attuned to whatever goes on in its environment. So that means that it can pick out a flaw and then feel the compulsion to fix it. And Virgo can have a difficult time surrendering to what is at the low level, but Virgo can evolve through Pisces. And that's where the moon comes into the picture, because what's happening is that imagine a whole day of you cleaning up, doing your due diligence, going to work, being efficient, productive, detail oriented, maybe being a housewife at home or a cleaning lady. That's a very Virgo job, is being a cleaning lady, somebody who's humbly there, because this person has a desire to serve in practical way, to clean up, to make people's lives better, and purer. And so then at the near about dinner time in the late afternoon, and it's sunny outside, it's late summer, and then the Virgo feels the surrender of all that it has done, and that there's still more to do, but maybe the Virgo person is tired, or they've achieved everything off their list. But then there's the thing, is that, oh, well, I can surrender if I've checked everything off the list and done things. Well, what about if you can just approach the fixing things, and improving things with the compassion and acceptance for the perfect imperfections that exist in the world? Um, I think we really have to understand the true meaning of perfection, and the real benefits, because we can get really caught up in the shadow side of Virgo. And then we lean towards the moon in Pisces, which is about, just some, cardboard cutout things. Compassion, oneness, imagination. I could go down the list of all the traits, but the thing about Pisces is that there is a natural surrender to this sign, where whatever goes on in the external, it is about turning inward with yourself, and rather than judging yourself with a mean internal dialogue. First of all, who pays the guy that runs rampant in your head and says all these mean things about you? This particular whatever does this at night when you're trying to sleep. This gremlin in your mind works overtime. So if we could reframe the judgments. Now, of course, I'm speaking on behalf of the astrologer and psychotherapist Deborah Silverman, who talks about all this kind of thing where she has something that she calls um, tell my story or telling my story or something like that. Tell me a story. TMAS, where you write and you change your narrative on how you're living your life, how you're talking to yourself, how you view the certain issues that you have, or whatever is going on. So it is reframing that judgment with compassion. That's Pisces. It is about surrender. And also, the other thing that I do want to say with Virgo is that there is a need for A plus B must equal C. It must be a plan. I must do these things in this order, in this way. Virgo has a really, really strong need to be in control, even though it's a mutable sign, and mutable signs are not the most, controlling. They're more flexible and go with the flow. Virgo wants to be in control of the little details of the earth realm, and there could be some high-strung anxiety when things go wrong and when the Virgo is not in control. But when we lean over to Pisces, we realize that the universe and our higher power is in control, and if we could trust that flow and go with it, and not always need to have the answers, not always need to be in control and on top of every single thing, then we can find serenity and peace and strength and trust in that. So that is my invitation for this full moon. The sun opposite the moon, we're ending something, we're culminating. This is actually a blue moon because there's 2 full moons in 1 month. They say that once in a blue moon, your dreams come true. And so we had the full moon in Aquarius at the beginning of the month, which was a very different energy than the full moon in Pisces that we're going to be having at the tail end of August. So, happy full moon. Enjoy, end what you need to end. Do self-care. Keep very, very well, and I'll do the same.